Hi everyone, so we're going to see how we could, when we have some sort of, let's say, column that contains an array, we can see how we can add to that array based on some sort of if logic, based on some sort of number counter. So let's go to our desktop and we'll do something like Flutter create adding to array. And here's my project. And I'm just going to be opening up the libs folder and just getting rid of all these extra comments that I don't need and this home page that I don't need. And we're just going to make the screens folder. And we'll make the home _ screens. And what we're going to do is we're going to connect that page from our main.dart file, home screen, and we're going to import the package from our screens folder, home screens dart. And we just need to set up a stateful widget. And we're going to say class home screen. It should just be home screen without the S. Home screen extends stateful widget. And we're going to use the create state to return home screen state, and then another class for the underscore. Home screen state extends state of the home screen. And we have our build right here to return a scaffold. And here I just need to connect it, const home screen using super.key to the stateful widget. So now that we have that connected, that looks good. And now what we're going to be doing is we're going to set up some of the logic in here, and we're going to, inside our second class, we will have, I'm just going to change this to home screen. And this one I will put a var number is equal to 0, and void, let's put change number. Let's make a function here. So whenever it's called, it will change the state of the number by incrementing it by 1. And I'm going to put another void reset number. So it will just reset the number all the way back to 0. So now that we got those two states, we can add the logic here in our scaffold and set up, let's set up our app bar first. And we'll just say home. And we're going to have a title text style. And we'll have color of colors.white and font size of 30. There we go. And then under the app bar, we will make the body, which is going to be centered. And here we're going to have some sort of something displayed on our screen. We're going to make a column. So it's going to be some children in here, which is an array of children. And the array of children, let's have some sort of text, and I'll just say hello. And then some text will display the number, convert it to toString. And then let's put the button first, elevated button. So on press, we're going to call the change number function that we set up, and I'll just say text of increment. And then I will copy this and make another button underneath for reset number. And I'll call this reset. So you can see here, we have two buttons here. One is calling the change number function, which is right up here, change number. It's going to increment the number. The other one is the reset number. It's calling reset number function, which is right here, and it's going to reset the number back to 0. And we're going to save this. And I'm just going to run this application first to see what it looks like. So I'm just going to click up here, start debugging, and I've set it to iPhone 15 Pro Max. So we could see here the app started up and we got our increment and reset button. So it should work. If I increment and then reset, goes back to 0. Let me see here, the color, I forgot to change this. I don't want it to be white. I think I wanted it to be like this gray, kind of blue color. I'll just make it gray. That's fine. And now what we could try doing is, based on this incrementing, what I want to do is, let's say when it gets to like number 4 or greater, then I want to display another message. So what I could do here is, in the stack, in the column, I could do some sort of if statement and say if number is greater or equal to 4, then what I could use is the 3 dots, the square brackets, and it's saying we're going to add on to the array only if number is greater than or equal to 4. And we'll set up some sort of text that'll say you are over the limit or something like that. There we go. So we have some sort of condition, so only this text will show only when the number is at a certain value. And you can see here it's saying that these 3 dots is saying add on to this array of children only when it meets this condition. So initially it will not show, but when this part is true, then it will show this message. So let's try it. If I increment, so I'm saving this project, and if I increment 1, 2, 3, and if I get to 4, I should see this message. So increment, there you go. You are over the limit, and it keeps going. And I reset, you can see that it disappears because number went back to 0, and we have this logic here that'll only display when the number is greater than or equal to 4. And it's all through the help of these functions that we created in our stateful widget.